Alright, I thought I'd make this video to show a little more detail on how the stun tech works. The core of the tech is that, like, if you look in the shooting error graph, you see that 0.25 is the accuracy, just for shot and accuracy of the rifle. But when I get stunned, it's still 0.25. So it means that there is no actual accuracy change, it must only be cosmetic. So the way to see this that I thought was best is if you ult yourself on Neon, you do it right, and I hold left click, you can see that where the starting stun is, right? My crosshair was originally here, and then as my crosshair, when it stuns me, goes around the circle, the actual bullets end up in between the two. Okay, so I'll aim here originally. I'll just shoot this thing. Alright, so you can see my crosshair went up to here, and then came around down like this, and the bullets ended up going right in between there. That is the core mechanic of the stun. So if we did it with a Vandal instead, let me clear this out. If I aim in the middle, and I left click, you see that the bullet hole kind of goes between where my visual crosshair is and where my crosshair originally was. Do it a couple more times. Oops, so it's halfway in between. Something that does mean, and I didn't really show in the video, is that if during your crosshair's kind of stun animation, if your crosshair happens to end back up at the start, so if it flies up and then kind of sways back down and crosses over where it was originally, you can just shoot there at full accuracy. There's no no adaptation you have to do if you already are. I kind of messed up there, but if you already are where you started, you can just click and it's full accurate. Now we kind of go in the middle. Okay. So now that I see that my bullet is going in between where my crosshair visually is and where it originally started, to adapt for that, I'm just going to move my mouse a little bit down and to the right, or whatever, a bit closer towards the target. And that will move my kind of hidden crosshair, which is in the middle, over up the actual target. So, right, that's where my crosshair started, that's where my crosshair ends up, this is where the actual bullet will go, and so to adapt for where the actual bullet is go, if I want to put that actual bullet on there, that means I aim a little to the right, and that should move this to here. So looking at that, right, as it went down to here, so I aimed up a little bit to the right, that means my invisible crosshair was here, but when I shifted up, it shifted over to here, and you click. Some key points about this is that you want to do the flick and click as soon as possible, that way you don't get moved around more when you stun. You want to just get ready to do it and get comfortable with whatever you're gonna shoot, and then as soon as you're ready to click, you just instantly do that flick and tap. Don't flick and then try and readjust or something. Just flick and tap. I saw somebody with problems with that. But that's it. That's why it works. That's how it works. It works on all those same stuns I tested on different people. You can try Teo, but all the stuns are the same. They all follow the same pattern and all that kind of stuff. And then in the video where I do against the bots, that's what I think is just the best practice for doing it. You know, with the one bot or something like that. You can do the deagle or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But just getting your crosshair lined up and then doing a little slight adjustment towards where your crosshair was originally, and that lets you adapt for it. Okay. Something else I wanted to clarify in the thing is how you actually use it in game. So what I mean by wait for you is that normally if I'm still getting stunned from here, right, and the breach stuns me, I'm holding some angle, you should put your crosshair on headshot level, so wherever I think he's gonna stun me from. Then the stun happens, you don't move your mouse, and your crosshair will go whoa, you know, all crazy but you remember where your crosshair was originally. So you let your crosshair kind of go crazy, and then whenever he peaks, at that moment, you do the flick a little bit towards the target or towards where you were kind of pre-aiming, and then you can shoot. This does mean that if they super wide swing you, or if they do something stupid, if they crouch peek you or something like that, you do have to adapt for that. So I would do the adjust and then also add an adjust into that, and that gets a little bit harder, obviously. but it's something you definitely can still practice, and it's a lot better than just, you know, giving up or holding down shoot and just like trying to like, oh my god, you know, it's way better than that. Okay, I think that is everything. Some notable things you can also do are you can marshal with it, but most people don't die to marshal body shot as well, but it does still like fully work. You can see the shooting error is fine. Other than that, I think that is everything. Yeah, and oh, and actually I want to show this as well. The spray control still works too. So if I stun myself and then look at the spray control of it, it will be proportional to actually spraying the gun normally, just with some like more kind of chaos added in because you're doing this thing as well. So what I would do for that, if I had like a fast shooting gun, so I'm like doing this, I do my adapt, and then I just kind of drag it down after my first shot. Now hopefully, you know, it's a lot, you're getting a lot more inaccurate at this point, like hopefully you hit your first shot, but if you can't, you know, I drag down to do that first one, and then I just full hold down M1 and kind of spray it to try and get the headshot level of that. But a lot more inconsistent. There might be a better tech for doing that spray control thing, but as far as I know, it's not the best. It's not the easiest to do, so you can't really see where you're flicking at that moment. Okay, let me know if there's any other questions to me. And good luck getting some clips.